It's Andrzej Krzywda from 2100 to International Master, trying to show you and document my story, my journey from 2100 to the International Master title. So my last videos were quite happy and inspirational and probably motivating to some of you. That's why it's so hard to record another video which will be more depressing maybe. I attended Rakomska Memorial in Suwałki, Poland, really well organized, and I'm really happy I went there. I started with as 45th number for the first time with my new rating 2296, so very close to 2300. 2300 gives me FIDE Master title automatically, and also National Master title because I already made 2 norms, so I was very close to that. There were 88 people overall. So I was exactly the first person after the half of the rating list. So I played on the first board in the first round. Funnily enough, I played against my coach Bartosz Soćko. I will show you some very short moments of some of my games here. However, on this video I want to focus on my result overall and admit that it was terribly bad. Here's my result. No, it's great to show you how well it goes. It's not so great to show you how bad sometimes it goes. So I lost 64 points of ELO. That's probably the one of the terrible things about this this participation here. I've had only 2.5 points out of 9. I don't remember such a bad result. Actually, I do remember. It happens. And I had 84th place in the end, so almost at the end of the thing. So you can see I started very badly. Then I've had some 1 win, some draws. Overall 1 win and 3 draws, and everything else was just lost. And I was only once actually rated as the higher player, so against my coach. All the other games I was playing as the one who is rated higher, and this makes the result so bad overall. Now I'm laughing. It was really actually, I wasn't depressed, far from that, but I was a bit sad because I was like so close to the FIDE Master title. Actually, if in the first game, if I drew because my opponent was 2600, for example, I would probably get the point to the 2300 so-called virtually, so that would give me the titles anyway. But the thing is, it's not about titles and it's about ratings, about the strength of the play, and it's clear that I'm not playing yet at the FIDE Master level, so I need to be more patient about that. And that's totally okay. So my result was really bad and there's like nothing to defend. I made some mistakes. I think the main reason was tactically. I was not prepared well. So for example, here is my game against Bartosz Soćko. And I played a very good game actually with black until this point. And at this point, you can't see the whole thing here. Until this point, no, the white king is weaker, but white also has some activity, but black also has some activity. Instead of playing the natural bishop c4 here with a tempo and then strengthening the center, I decided it's a good moment to go into attack. So rook e6 to defend my bishop and a6, and with the plan of playing rook g6 and creating some threats on the king side. However, after rook e6, I could basically resign. Because queen d5 and my a rank just doesn't hold and my e4 piece is hanging. So totally lost in one move. Like the whole game was lost. But overall it was a good game, and we've had some really interesting, like first the opening battle, and then I put some pressures with my knights. So it was a good game. Just tactically I wasn't there. Similarly, in the second game I played with Janko Koszczyński, and I made this stupid decision in the opening to play g5 in such situation where I was just attacked before. So even I was calculating for a long time here, and even if bishop b3 wasn't an option, still it was a bad decision to just go into this kind of play. And I calculated it badly, so it wasn't really precise, and I lost a pawn here. But this wasn't the end of the world, because then I I was able to actually defend and get to a point where I was able to play bishop d3, kind of like study-like move, bishop d3, and it's a dead draw because I'm exchanging those pawns and I'm catching this pawn, and it's a draw. So I wasn't able, I just didn't, I saw it, but somehow I didn't play it, so that's a problematic thing. For example, in the last round, like a game full of mistakes, my opponent sacrificed a piece in the opening and then created some threats, but overall it was not so difficult to defend. For example, knight c3 would just keep my my piece up and everything would be fine. I probably will come back to those games in later videos. Here I just want to show like what kind of blunders I made. So tactically I wasn't there. What was good more or less was the opening phase was mostly good, and what was good is that I've really had active play most of the time. So in all the games with where I played, I was quite active with my pieces. I wasn't worried about the complications. Maybe it was too brave, I'm not sure. So this was also an interesting game against a younger player, Michał Fiodorek, where we just went to the end game. My opponent had a slightly better end game. We agreed for a draw. So yeah, so that's it. My next rating performance will be about, my next rating on the list will be about 22-32, I think. And the next tournament I play in within 2 weeks, so it's good. And I'm planning to record another video where I say how to recover after a bad tournament. But I can tell you the most important part about recovering from a bad tournament, in my case, which works for me, is that like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when I had a bad tournament, I was really depressed because I knew that my next tournament will be probably like a year from then. And now I'm playing very frequently, so it's okay. Like I have this bad tournament, but I've just had a really fantastic tournament, earning 96 points of ELO. So, and I made 7.5 out of 9 last time. I made 7 out of 9 in my previous tournament. So, you know, if you play frequently, it's okay. Those bad moments happens. I know I regret overall this kind of performance, but this happens. But I know I can recover because even this year I'll probably have at least 3 different tournaments. So playing frequently as a solution for recovering, in short. Thank you for watching the video.